Hi, I'm Fame Ketover of Lenguin.com, and this is Mandarin Chinese. May I ask, have you any great poupon? Well, we will be learning some polite questions, but perhaps not that one. The dialogues in this lesson take place in mainland China. I point that out because certain conventions are localized to particular areas of China. The Āndésēns are at a reception welcoming newly arrived diplomatic personnel. Mr. Āndésēn has just been introduced to Mrs. Liu, who politely asks him where he's from. Listen to the exchange. May I ask, where are you from?
请问你是哪儿的人？请问你是哪儿的人？
I'm from Texas.
我是德州人。我是德州人。
Here's the expression meaning, may I ask?
请问，请问，请问。
The expression,
请问
may I ask, is used to open a conversation asking for information. The phrase, may I ask, sounds rather formal in English. We'd be more likely to use the phrase, excuse me. So we'll use that from now on. But remember that
请问
is used to bring up a question. It's not the word to use for saying, excuse me, after bumping into someone. Here's the Chinese equivalent for Texas.
德克萨斯，德克萨斯，德克萨斯。
The abbreviated version goes like this.
德州，德州，德州。
Now listen to the original exchange live. Listen for
请问
excuse me and
德州，
Texas.
请问你是哪儿的人？
我是德州人。
Here it is with the English.
请问你是哪儿的人？
Excuse me, where are you from?
我是德州人。
I'm from Texas. Listen as the conversation continues. Excuse me, where's Mrs. Āndésēn from?
请问安德森夫人是哪儿的人？请问安德森夫人是哪儿的人？
She's from Texas too.
他也是德州人。他也是德州人。
Listen to the Chinese phonetic equivalent for Āndésēn.
安德森，安德森，安德森。
In Chinese, foreign names have standard phonetic equivalents. The equivalent for Mr. David Āndésēn is
戴维·安德森先生。
here's the word used for Mrs. in the exchange. Listen.
夫人，夫人，夫人。
Notice the tone sequence. High tone, neutral tone. The word
夫人
is sometimes translated as madam. It's the normal term of address for a married foreign woman. The word for to in the exchange is
也
listen.
也，也，也。
Notice that the word
也
comes right before the verb, just as also would if we translated the sentence, she also is from Texas. Here's the exchange live.
请问安德森夫人是哪儿的人？
他也是德州人。
And with the English,
请问安德森夫人是哪儿的人？
excuse me, where is Mrs. Āndésēn from?
他也是德州人。
She's from Texas too. Mrs. Liu, who's interested in England, has heard that one of the foreigners at the reception is English. Indicating a man across the room, she raises a new topic for discussion. Listen to the exchange. Is he English?
他是英国人吗？他是英国人吗？
No, he is not English.
不是，他不是英国人。不是，他不是英国人。
And his wife?
他爱人呢？他爱人呢？
She isn't English either.
他也不是英国人。他也不是英国人。
In mainland China, the same word
爱人
is used for both husband and wife. Here's the word for husband or wife, or simply spouse.
爱人，爱人，爱人。
Notice that the phrase his wife is formed by simply putting the words for he and wife together. Listen.
他爱人，他爱人，他爱人。
There's nothing in this phrase that corresponds to the English possessive marker apostrophe s. Chinese does have a possessive marker, de, which you've already seen in previous lessons. However, this marker is usually not used if the phrase is short and the relationship between the two words is close. In the affirmative, we translated yeah as also, or too. In the negative, we translate it as either. The word yeah itself only has one meaning, also. But in English, it often sounds better to use to for the affirmative and either for the negative. Here's the exchange again live. Listen.
他是英国人吗？
不是，他不是英国人。
他爱人呢？
他也不是英国人。
Here it is with the English.
他是英国人吗？
Is he English?
不是，他不是英国人。
No, he is not English.
他爱人呢？
And his wife?
他也不是英国人。
She isn't English either. In another part of the room, Mr. Martin, a Canadian representative, is talking to Mrs. Zhao. A quick note, you'll hear Mr. Martin address Mrs. Zhao as
赵同志，同志。
is a term of address for both men and women. Its use as such is diminishing. However, you may still hear it being used. Listen to their exchange live.
赵同志，你是哪儿的人？
我是青岛人。
Qīngdǎo is one of China's coastal cities. Suppose Mr. Martin didn't know where Qīngdǎo was. Here's how he would find out. Excuse me, where's Qīngdǎo?
请问青岛在哪儿？请问青岛在哪儿？
Qīngdǎo is in Shandong.
青岛在山东。青岛在山东。
Here's the word for to be, in the sense of to be somewhere.
在，在，在，
Listen for
在，
in the exchange.
请问青岛在哪儿？
青岛在山东。
Now with the English.
请问青岛在哪儿？
Excuse me, where's Qīngdǎo?
青岛在山东。
Qīngdǎo is in Shandong. English uses the same verb to be, both for talking about identity, as in the question, who is she? And for talking about location, as in the question, where is she? Chinese uses two different verbs, 是 for identity and 在 for location. Compare these two questions. Who is she?
他是谁？他是谁？
Where is she?
他在哪儿？他在哪儿？
In English, we usually use prepositions such as in, at, and on, along with the verb to be, in its location sense. For example, we say, he lives in Chicago. He lives on West Adams Street. Or, he lives at number 42. In Chinese, only 在 is needed. We can say that 在 by itself means to be in, at, or on. Now, Mrs. Zhao asks Mr. Martin where his family is from, or more literally, where his original home is. Listen. Excuse me, Where's your family from?
请问你老家在哪儿？请问你老家在哪儿？
My family's from Ontario.
我老家在安大略。我老家在安大略。
Here's the word for original home.
老家，老家，老家。
Notice that
老家
original home, like
爱人
spouse, is considered closely related to its possessor and forms the possessive without the marker de. Here's the Chinese phonetic equivalent for Ontario.
安大略，安大略，安大略。
Notice the ü sound in the last syllable. Listen again.
安大略，安大略，安大略。
Listen to the exchange again live.
请问你老家在哪儿？
我老家在安大略。
Now with the English.
请问你老家在哪儿？
Excuse me, where's your family from?
我老家在安大略。
My family's from Ontario. When a Chinese person asks you about your,
老家
he probably wants to know about your hometown, the place where you grew up. When you ask a Chinese person about his,
老家
however, he will tell you where his family came from originally. A Chinese person whose family came from Guangdong will give you that as his,
老家
even though that his parents have spent all their lives in Sichuan. The question
你老家在哪儿？
asks where your family is from and is answered with the name of a province or state. For instance,
我老家在山东。
my original home is in Shandong. However, the question
你老家是哪儿？
asks what your original hometown is and is answered with the name of a city or town, as in,
我老家是青岛。
my original hometown is Qīngdǎo. How would you say someone's original home isn't in some particular place? Predictably, the negative of
在
is.
不在？
Notice the rising tone on.
不
不在。
Listen as Mrs. Zhao asks Mr. Martin about another Canadian couple. Here's the exchange live.
他老家也在安大略吗？
他老家不在安大略。
他爱人呢？
他老家也不在安大略。
Now with the English.
他老家也在安大略吗？
Is his family from Ontario too?
他老家不在安大略。
His family isn't from Ontario.
他爱人呢？
How about his wife's family?
他老家也不在安大略。
Her family isn't from Ontario either. 好，我们下课吧. Remember to head over to Lenguin.com to do the exercises. That's Lenguin, as in Lenguin the Penguin. Thanks for watching. I want to thank all of our supporters who have helped make these courses possible. We want to keep making free courses, and with your help, we can do that. So be sure to head over to our Patreon page, where in exchange for as little as $1, you'll get bonus stuff. Till next time, stay cool.